My name is Nico Gavino, and I am 19, and I'm a freshman in college. I'm not like one of those people who like found out they were gay when they were like 13 or 17. I can't even imagine that. I suppressed it, but not to the point where I didn't know it. I always knew it. I just pretended. I've like, I knew I was gay since as early as I can ever remember, like ever. When I started to realize that it was something that would actually like affect like my life in a negative way, in like being in like a Catholic environment from like as early as I can remember. Like once I started to realize that being in that environment and being gay did not like mix, and the fact that I was gonna have to stay in that environment for a long time and possibly for life, I like started to say like, okay, like you have to like change, you have to like pray that this changes. So I would just like pray at night that like, dear God, like I pray that like, I'm not gay. And that was very damaging as I got older, because it was like, it's not going away, like no matter how much I pray. And like, it's starting to like make me like go crazy. Like at like 11 years old, 12 years old is like, I would just like go out like this is so weird. I would just like bike like every day, and I would just go to like the park, and I would just like cradle there for a while and just like beg like God to like take it away from me. I would just like beg God like please, like I don't want this life, like I want to live like a holy life, like I don't want to go to hell. Like that was like my everyday for like a long time. And then what really made me come out and say it to the first person was them telling me. And that was the first time I was like, oh, really? Like, wow, somebody like knows what I'm talking about, like somebody knows what I felt. And I didn't have to say it first. Like they told me, and then I told them, and then we shared like that connection, of like, oh my God, this is the first person on earth who I ever got to tell. But it was hard when like the first person I ever told kind of changed really fast, and they were like, no, I can't do, like I'm not, like they were in denial. And I was like, well, what am I supposed to do now? Like, I think it was like my world, like, I don't know, like it was just, I don't know why I was so deeply affected by it. I think it's just because my whole life I was waiting for someone to accept me. And then it was like, actually no, like you don't get that. You're not gonna get that, And that was a hard time. And I never self-harmed like before that. And like, I can't believe I would even like do that, to myself. I think it was less of like, it was less of I want to die because I feel like I had got past that point. It was more like, I like want like help. Like I just like, it's the everything, it's being like a professional actor from like when you're born and having to like put on a front your entire life, and then like being in like a conservative environment in school where like you're told like you're not natural, this isn't right, this is an abomination, if you go this way, like you're not gonna go to heaven, you're separating yourself from God. It was like I can't do that. I can't do this anymore. I rarely ever like talk about that part of it or mention it or think about it to myself, because it only comes up when I dive deep into like the story, Because if I just talk about the coming out story on the surface, it's like, oh, Nico, you had like such a perfect coming out story. You came out, everyone was like, oh my God, we love you, slay. Like, everyone was just like, oh, you know, he's like the gay guy. Like, it was great. And then my family was like, oh, we love you.
I never knew any of these things about you.
Yeah.
So that's weird to me.
Yeah. It's weird to me because it's something that I don't carry with me, like, you know.
What would young Nico think about you right
I don't know why I'm crying. It's just because, like, I know, like, I've come such a long way, you know? And that, like, I survived that. Because some people don't, you know? Some people don't make it. You know? So, yeah, I'm proud of myself. I think he would be proud.